Well,
Stacking in my bag. Yeah, stacking in my bag. I like crypto grind. Currency's flowing, every coins on my mind. My Coinbase the upper, watch the numbers climb. In this damn fine, feeling so prime. Hustling these protocols, phones in the van. Emptying out my radar, I can't understand. Jumping on the wave, watch me move the plan. Holding diamond hands in this crypto land. Got my eyes on the prize, making moves like a king. Every transaction here, cash registers ring. Ride the blockchain, we will never be slow. In the world of finance, let the profit.
if you're holding real world assets, utility assets, you are a bank.
Yeah, of course, we go over the news and stuff, but we just do what feels natural when we be doing our thing.
I gotta get this money on.
Mm-hmm.
We coming. Hold on. I gotta update this. All right, but we in here. What's good, y'all? What up? What's good, everybody? So look like we still got a sale going on. So make sure you take advantage of the red. Now's the time to be greedy. We got a couple of articles we're gonna go over. A couple things to go over. We are gonna talk about ISO20022. Let me go ahead and clear it up because TikTok tripping. I'm here to talk about ISO20022. I'm not saying that you're going to the moon tomorrow. I'm not saying you're waking up to $1 million. I want to talk about ISO20022 so people understand what it is and why this is such a big upgrade for the banks. That's what I wanted to discuss for some odd reason. I don't know if they're bots or real people, but everybody was on that type time where talking about, you said it was going to y'all, oh, you're falling for the ISO trap. What the hell is wrong with y'all? This is a big day for the global banking system, okay? And that's what we're going to discuss. Other than that, like, y'all get the tripping today. I'm going to make sure the mods get you up out of here because I'm not dealing with it today. I'm not in the mood. I'm not going to hold you. Not in the mood for it. I'm very, very quick to curse somebody out today. So we're gonna keep it moving. We're going to keep it respectful. And I don't want to have to do that, but don't play with me. Don't play with me today. So we got a couple articles we're going to go over. We got to talk about Hedera today as well. We got some Hedera and XLR articles to go over. We're going to talk about how the AI market speculation and losses have rippled through Bitcoin and crypto markets. We also are going to talk about what cross-border CFOs can expect from the ISO20022 migration tomorrow on November 22nd. Okay, so that's what we're going to go over today. In no way, shape, or form are we saying you're waking up to $1 million. I want to reemphasize that. I'm not trying to sit here and be a moon boy. I just want to talk about the significance and the importance of ISO. Right, D? That's all we want to talk about.
Yep.
Make sure everybody's crystal clear on what ISO is and what it means. And I will try and break that down to the best of my ability. Again, I'm not a tech junkie, so I'll break this down to the best of my ability. But yeah, so let's talk about Hedera and XLR first. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen, and we'll talk about Hedera and XLR first.
Hedera, H bar. So Hedera, XLR. We talked about XLR a long time ago. I think it was either DeFi King or Aquaman that was mentioning XLR. Forget. I think it was one of them. So basically, what happened was that Hedera integrated with XLR, giving Hedera apps and user interoperability with 60 plus blockchains. Examples of those blockchains would be the XRPL, Arbitrum, Solana, etc. So this brings cross-chain token transfer and smart contract interactions to Hedera with enterprise-grade security. Why this whole thing matters with XLR and Hedera is because one connection, many chains. Instead of building dozens of point-to-point bridges, Hedera taps a single XLR hub to reach many networks at once. And then beyond the tokens, XLR's general message passing, the GMP, moves both assets and data, enabling cross-chain function calls and richer DApp logic. So, and this is an enterprise fit. Hedera keeps its strengths with fast finality, low fees, low energy, and council governance, while adding a multitude of different chains, reaching demand by enterprise and Web3 apps. So basically how it's going to work is Axlar is going to act as a central hub, and each chain is going to connect at once. Then all connected chains can talk to each other, right? And then the smart contracts, which is those gateways, live on each chain. And then a decentralized set of 75 plus POS validators verify cross-chain messages and the target chain gateways to execute the action. And then, on the security side is, decentralized validator set, right? And then what's live and who's building it is SaucySwap, right? The SaucySwap added Axlar support, so users can move assets between Hedera and other chains directly from its interface. And then next up, we got Coral and Squid Router to streamline cross-chain swaps and developer user experience, making multi-chain deployments on Hedera easier. So basically, they're making this shit easier and easier to use, and just more palatable for people to understand. Instead of it just being very not user friendly. So what you could build now is DeFi, right? Cross-chain liquidity, lending, borrowing, routing, pull liquidity from other chains into the Hedera apps. That's big. And then real-world asset and payments. So tokenized assets, cross-border payments, of course, and settlement across multiple chains while keeping Hedera's throughput. And then supply chain and enterprise flow. And then you got multi-chain data and asset flows with Hedera's governance and performance. I'm telling you, Hedera, one of those sleeping giants we've been talking about. So the bottom line is Hedera just unlocked multi-chain superpowers without sacrificing any speed, any cost, or any security. So they're gonna make it easier for other blockchains to interact with it. That's all I'm saying. Axlar is just, I guess, gonna be the middleman for that.
Hey, H-Bar about to be a beast. I seen Bank Social just went crazy. Hold on. This Reggie. Hold on. Hey Reggie Pooh, let me call you when I get off live, okay? Okay. My bad. But yeah, Bank Social came out with a huge announcement today. Because that's that's on Hedera's chain. They doing some big things over there. That's why H-Bar making sure everything's straight. Well, I mean they've been making moves, but shout out to Bank Social. That's a BSL. That's a gem for you right there. That's a hidden gem. Shout out to Sid. Sid put us on the Bank Social, but yeah, they made history today. So Bank Social completed live instant payments using the Fed Now service, settled in seconds, right inside any FLS digital banking. So yeah, they made history today. So Bank Social, yeah, they completed a live instant payment using the Fed Now service. So yeah, listen, y'all, don't sleep on BSL. How much is BSL right now? Let me see. I wonder if it's on CoinGecko. Let me see banks.
It's probably on CoinGecko.
Okay, let me see. Bank Social. That's a hidden gem.
3 zeros.
Still got 3 zeros in front. Okay. It's not on CoinGecko yet. But I know it's mad cheap. It's one of those ones that shouldn't cost you much to get a hefty bag of that.
It's on CoinGecko.
It's on CoinGecko?
Yeah.
Let me check again. Hold on.
So I'm looking at it.
BSL. Okay. I had typed Bank Social and it didn't come up. Okay, so it's right here, y'all. So this is Bank Social, so it's got 3 zeros in front of it. But I know they're working with credit unions. I think they are some competition to Metal. I won't get into the technicalities of it, but I think they are kind of competition. But they are working with like credit unions, and all that. But they are running on the on Hedera. So if you have the hash that hash pack, it's on there. You could copy it on the hash pack on that app. But yeah, that one's mad cheap. So I wouldn't sleep on Bank Social. Do your homework on Bank Social. That's not financial advice. But yeah, do your homework on Bank Social. That's a gem right there. Oh, Crypto King Damon said they got great customer service too. Okay. All right. So yeah. All right.
Yeah, that was it. That was it for this one. That was it for this one.
My bad. I was trying to log into my hashpack. They make you verify your email.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Bank Social. They got their app. Yep.
They don't be playing. Oh yeah, they do got an app. Bank Social has an app too. Yeah, you can cop on the app. Yep. But yeah, I mess with Hashpack because that's H bar, that's Hedera. So I think the Hashpack pretty cool. So yeah. So shout out to that H bar news today. So on this next article, we can go over. I want to talk about these exchanges real quick with this $2 billion wipeout overnight that happened. Meant to go over this morning, but exchanges wipe out $2 billion overnight. As Bitcoin breaks to 81K. I think how much is it right now? 84.
85. 85.
Okay, 85. Okay. So what today's pain says about the next move. So it says that Bitcoin broke below $85,000 and dropped as low as $81,600 over the past 24 hours. More than $2 billion in crypto derivatives. So that's futures and other leveraged products were liquidated. So positions were forcibly closed. So almost all of that were long positions rather than short. So the biggest venue impact. So exchanges such as Bybit and Hyperliquid accounted for more than half of the liquidations. Damn. So sentiment has swung hard. So the fear and greed index is in the extreme fear band of around 10 to 15. So that's very low. And then the US dollar index and 10-year treasury yields are firming. So historically, higher yield plus stronger dollar equals headwinds for crypto. So leverage risk and forced selling is what's going on. So many traders use leverage, which is borrowed money, and price drops trigger margin calls. So you get a cascade of forced selling. So that's what we saw here. So that's what happened. So it shows how fragile parts of the market can be when built on borrowed money. So yeah, make sure y'all being careful, bro. So of course, going from greed to extreme fear rapidly indicates a mindset change. So risk on versus risk off. So this kind of shift often accompanies the early phase of a correction or consolidation period. As well. So yeah, the key price levels according to this article that they say to watch are $85,000. That's former support, now turned resistance. So a reclaim here with signal strength. 82,000 to 79,000 is a strong support zone. So high volume nodes, round number effect. And then you have 90,000 to 94,000. So that's overhead region where many short dated call options exist. So thus potential squeeze zone if bullish momentum returns. So yeah. So basically, everybody's scared right now, and the market's reacting because everybody's scared. So that's just
shook.
Yeah. So that's the time you buy. When everybody's in fear, that's when you be greedy. So always remember that. So when that fear index is hella low, like it is, that is the time to be greedy. That's the time to be doing your own research and making your own decisions, and knowing which assets to get into. No, I don't think this is the bear market. I did see a question like that in the chat a couple minutes ago. I don't think this is a bear market just because of what's to come. We still got a lot to look forward to. We get ready to see starting in 2026 the benefits of this huge date tomorrow with ISO20022, because that is the new messaging system getting implemented into the system. So we're gonna break that down, so we'll talk about it. And then also don't forget, guys, we're still waiting on market structure. So market structure will bring in institutional money. We're still waiting on that market structure bill to get signed. So that may get signed in December or early 2026. So that's another catalyst that could turn the market upward. So now's not the time to be bearish or scared or anything. Now's the time to be greedy and taking advantage of these prices. A lot of y'all asked for these low prices. Y'all wanted to get in and accumulate at lower prices. So take advantage of this opportunity.
They're making y'all choose.
Yeah.
Y'all, between Christmas. Y'all want to between Christmas or not.
Y'all know where I stand. I told y'all skip this Christmas. So
y'all want to go shopping Black Friday for everything or nah?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right. So let's talk about
what we talking about?
The other article we had. My bad. What was the other one you had, D? I'm sorry. My stuff is.
I had the hold on. The ISO did that. The shit. Oh, either the Tether one or the
Tether.
KuCoin one.
Yeah. Let's talk about Tether real quick.
Yeah.
Tether. Yeah, let's talk about Tether. So Tether makes latest move in Latin America to boost USDT institutional use case.
Tether. What happened with Tether? So basically, Tether invested in Parfin, which is a regulated digital asset infrastructure firm in Latin America. The goal is to make it easier for banks and institutions to use USDT for real-world finance. This is big because institutional rails, for institutional rail's sake, Parfin gives compliant custody, trading, and integration tools so big institutions can safely plug USDT into their systems. And the real world use case is it focuses on settlements and tokenizing those RWAs, those real world assets, cross-border payments, and yield products like trade finance and receivables. And it's a regional fit because Latin America, and shout out to my peoples in the Latin America countries, Latin America has a high demand for dollar stable payments and remittances, right? And the movement of that money, so people can get paid or whatever needs to get paid whenever it does, and regulated infrastructure, so that could speed up adoption. So what Tether is aiming to enable is moving money instantly across borders 24/7 with low fees, and to put assets and invoices or trade receivables on chain and settle in USDT. And then KYC, AML, custody controls, audit trails handled by Parfin's platform. And why Parfin? Because and it's Parfin. If I'm saying it wrong, I'm saying it wrong. But Parfin, I don't know what it. I don't know what kind of name it is. Maybe it's somebody's last name or somebody's name or something. So Parfin, regulated enterprise grade stack, custody trading, and compliance tools for banking and fintechs, and is designed for high volume, mission critical operations, and it helps navigate regional regulations and onboarding. So in the bigger picture of things, the potential to settle investments, will become easier, and strategic investment in lend, like we talked about the other day, LEDN, and to build bridges between TradeFi and crypto to drive USDT's traditional institutional use. So USDT is doing any and every. I gotta give for the whole crypto space. I know XRP is the most polarizing, but it seems like the company that's on a grind the most, trying to get with whoever they can get with, is Tether, fam. Just on the grind because they kind of got to. They kind of got to, man. So I tip my hat to Tether. You know what I'm saying? Even though we say what we say about them, they still the main stable coin out here. But I know USDC is like we're coming. But for right now, Tether is doing any and everything they can to stay relevant and stay ahead of USDC and all these other stable coins. But there probably will come a day when USDT is not going to be the main guys out here. But we'll see.
Damn.
But we'll see. But they on their grind, yo. They on their grind. I can't doubt that, yo. Can't doubt that. I gotta give props to that.
Tether not playing. They doing whatever to stay relevant and have their hands and stuff, so that you just can't deny them. We see what's going on.
What's that CEO's name? Ardinio or whatever. He must not be getting no sleep, fam. He like, who got on phone? But then what you always say, all money ain't good money, so they better be careful who they partnering with. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And they also sent Bo Hans over there, so that's how it's hope for him, because he left the White House to go over there to Tether. So they cooking up something over there. That's why I tell y'all I'm in the middle. I see the ups and I see the downs. I'm in the middle to see what happens with them. I ain't crazy. But yeah, let me see. So this next article, so let's talk about KuCoin right quick. KuCoin Pay enters Brazil via Pix driving instant crypto payments and enhancing utility.
Okay, so KuCoin. Hold on a second. Oh, thought my son was talking. All right, so KuCoin. Oh yeah, so basically what happened was KuCoin integrated its payment services, KuCoin Pay, right, with Pix, Brazil's instant payment system run by the central bank. Brazil can now spend over 50 cryptocurrencies anywhere a Pix or QR code is accepted. So this matters because crypto could be used for everyday purchases at any Pix enabled merchant by scanning a QR code. Right? We're not even here. We just getting to the place where we're using QR codes, a little bit more, but it's still not as commonplace as other territories. Because if you go to other countries, you'll see this stuff. Pix is widely adopted across Brazil, so this instantly gives crypto broad retail utility, and it's an easy conversion. So users pay in crypto, but the merchants receive instant fiat settlement, shielding them from all those price swings in the background. And then how it works is pretty much at the checkout scan, you'll scan the merchant's Pix QR code using KuCoin's app, and then KuCoin Pay converts your chosen crypto to local currency behind the scenes. Merchants get fiat instantly, and you can see the crypto deducted from your balance. Damn, this is pretty cool. So this is over in Brazil, and Brazil is crypto active. They got 26 million people, and about 12% of the population hold or use cryptocurrency. That's pretty high.
Damn.
And then the finance ministry is reviewing whether to apply the OIF tax to cross-border transfers using digital assets and stablecoins. And then the central bank currently classifies these as forex operations, but they aren't subject yet to the IOF. We talked about that maybe last week. In Switzerland, since September, KuCoin Pay works for everyday purchases on 100 plus supermarkets, and users can use open QR code. Merchants get instant fiat. Users pay zero gas fees. So that's over there. And in Vietnam, KuCoin signed a MOU with the Vietnam VBA and to help build blockchain infrastructure. So KuCoin making its impact in different markets and different territories right now, as far as just stuff as like payments, just paying with crypto, but very easy, not the complicated way of sending and receiving. It's a QR code. So everyday payments with 50 plus cryptos via the Pix QR codes, and lower friction for merchants. And it's a practical bridge between crypto wallets and Brazil's mainstream payments rail. So the bottom line here is that KuCoin and Pay and Pix turns crypto into spendable money across Brazil's huge QR payments network. So they need to be doing that shit here, like for real.
Yeah.
Because I know some of you guys got more money probably in Coinbase or whatever in crypto than you probably got in the bank account.
A lot of people like that. A lot of people. So y'all get a digital ID for your KYC on KuCoin. I didn't think you could use KuCoin anymore.
No, not here. You gotta. I don't think you use KuCoin here anymore. I haven't checked in a while, but I don't think you can use it here. This is outside of
sure. Yeah, because I thought they got booted.
I could be wrong. I ain't checked because I was like, if they ain't doing it, then it's whatever.
Yeah, y'all remember in the beginning, them early days, D was KuCoin everything. Y'all go on KuCoin.
Everything was over there.
KuCoin OD a check. I know that. KuCoin OD a check.
They definitely do. Yeah. They had everything. Like if I could count on anything, I could count on them to have any asset for real. You can with the digital ID, not the US digital. So you have to have
okay. You gotta have a digital. Okay, so you gotta be in a state with a digital ID then, because every state don't have a digital ID yet.
Okay.
Yeah, because I don't think Florida or Nevada got digital ID.
Yeah.
Not yet, at least. Maybe it's coming soon, but
with BitTrue. Oh yeah, BitTrue. There's another one that got up out of here too.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's talk about how the AI market speculation and losses ripple through Bitcoin and crypto markets. Let's go over that real quick.
Okay.
1 second. All right, so My bad. I thought maybe I didn't. Hold on. Hold on. 1 second, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
One second. Sorry about that. Hold on. All right. All right, so basically, this article is talking about how speculation in the AI space is increasingly linked with the performance of crypto assets, especially Bitcoin. So it notes that when AI linked equities enjoy strong gains, capital and risk appetite often spill over into crypto. And conversely, when AI stocks suffer, crypto tends to feel the pain. So one metric cited is a high correlation between Bitcoin and the S&P 500. So during recent moves, underscoring how crypto is behaving more like a general risk asset than a standalone category. So this article is arguing that the recent tech or AI correction has acted as a trigger for broader risk off sentiment, which in turn has weighted on crypto valuations. So this basically this piece reinforces that crypto isn't isolated as AI hype or basically the as this cycle changes, crypto can ride the same tide. So I told y'all before, I remember the beginning, crypto and AI go hand in hand. Like I was telling y'all, I definitely remember telling y'all that crypto
Mm-hmm.
and AI go hand in hand. Uh so yeah, the crypto exposure should be managed with awareness of broader tech or AI sentiment and not just crypto specific fundamentals. So always consider that. Um, so yeah, that's pretty much what this article is talking about. So basically, when AI stocks soar, crypto usually benefits too. But when AI struggles, crypto often falls harder. So
Mm.
um, keep that in mind because
Damn.
that's literally what's happening because AI stocks is like a bubble. Because they're saying that AI is so far ahead that
It's,
it's over leveraged. People have been, you know what I'm saying? Like people too far ahead.
yeah,
Like some of
it's
the
very
stuff
overvalued, right?
is
Yeah.
overvalued.
Yeah.
AI stocks is overvalued. So don't get me wrong, AI is gonna definitely move fast. It's definitely you know, scaling up quicker than I think most people can fathom. But it's not, some people on some like 2040, like they saying some of the prices that AI went to was like Nvidia and shit. Like
Mm-hmm.
some of those prices was like 2040 prices. Like we shouldn't be seeing those prices realistically for another 10, 15 years. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's overvalued. So crypto definitely taking a hit.
I heard Nvidia is buying their own chips.
I wouldn't be shocked.
And then we're gonna see. We're gonna see. We're gonna see.
For sure.
Like you said, AI is gonna do its thing, but yeah, a lot of shit is overvalued. It's because it's looking like the like back in the '90s into the early 2000s, the .com bubble.
Yeah.
They're trying to compare it to that. They're trying to compare it to that.
Yep. So I'll look at this tweet real quick because it says why is crypto crashing? Right here says U.S. inflation came in hotter than expected, shaking market confidence. Chances of a December rate cut also dropped sharply, hurting liquidity. And then talk of an AI bubble bursting is pulling risk assets down. Because as y'all can see, I think we talked about it the other day, but you got a couple of experts that have pulled their Nvidia stock. Who was it? I forgot his name, but he called the '08 crisis.
Oh, was it Michael Burry? No.
Was it him? No. It was someone else. But anyway, they pulled their Nvidia stocks. So
Oh, Peter Thiel. Peter Thiel.
Peter Thiel. Okay. So yeah. Oh, heavy leverage got wiped out, causing a chain of liquidations. SoftBank sold its entire. There we go. SoftBank sold its entire Nvidia position, spooking tech investors. Two Supreme hedge funds collapsed. Wow, giving 2007 vibes.
Mm.
So peak fear everywhere and sentiment is at rock bottom. So peak manipulation by whales. So hey, this is a dip. Take advantage of this dip. Take advantage of this dip. This has been the craziest market this year. This has been like, I don't know. Has been
Yeah.
the most confusing year in the market. I feel like ever. This is like a crazy year. It was
Crazy
mad
ass
weird.
swings. Crazy ass swings.
Yeah, it was mad weird.
Let's
Yep.
see.
Okay. So yeah. So we'll go on to the next article that we have. So was that everything? Yeah, I think that was. Okay, cool. So we'll go ahead and talk about ISO. We'll go ahead and go to ISO, and then we got one more video we're gonna show about what's happening right now in the U.S. healthcare system. This might surprise a lot of y'all. Shout out to Sid for sending this, but yeah, the hell y'all need to pay attention to the healthcare system because that shit is also, you know what I'm saying, that shit is in shambles right now. So also make sure y'all, a lot of y'all probably hip, but if you're not, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna show a little video that Sid sent over. But yeah, so what cross-border CFOs can expect from the ISO20022 migration? So real quick in the chat, trying to see how many newbies we have, or just people who just trying to learn. Who doesn't know what ISO20022 means and why this date has sparked a lot of conversation in the crypto space? Drop a one if you need us to go over what ISO20022 is and why it's so important. If you need that breakdown, just drop a one in the chat. Stacking XPR and Tailcoin. Yeah.
I see some ones in the chat.
Yeah, drop a one in the chat if you're trying to get familiar with what's going on and why that November 22nd date been popping up, and you're trying to figure out what the hell is ISO 222 and why should we give a fuck. Drop a one, because that's how I was when I first heard of it. I'm like, what the hell is ISO 222 and why in the hell does all these crypto gurus talk about it? I was the same way. I was like, what is this? Like, so I see we got some ones in the chat over here on TikTok. Okay. Just a couple ones. So okay, so we'll go over it real quick. So you want to go over what ISO is, D?
Yeah. So basically, ISO is it's a messaging system. So think of it as like a money messaging, like text messages between banks. Man. So if one bank were to text another bank, ISO 222 is a shared texting style that tells everyone what words to use, what order to put them in, you know what I'm saying, and how to pretty much pack extra details in those words. So just think of it as in text messages terms. And it matters because it's less confusion because everyone uses the same money language, right? It's faster because computers can read it easily, so payments can move quicker, right? This is literally the movement of money all over the world, right? So SWIFT, which stands for the Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunication, is the entire reason why it takes 2 to 3 to 4 business days sometimes for money to move from here to there, right? You go to Walmart, you go to Target, you try to get your money back from this, whatever you bought from the store. It's going to take 2 to 3 business days. SWIFT is the reason why it takes that long, because SWIFT is an old, archaic system from like 50, 60 years ago. It shouldn't take that long to move money around. But while all these banks and institutions are moving money around, right, they're getting interest on the money that's being moved around. So while your money's coming back to you from Walmart and Target, they're getting interest on it somehow, some way. That's why it takes so long. So with this ISO 222 standard, it's going to be easier. So instead of the money moving around in days, we're trying to move this shit down in literal seconds, minutes, right? We're chopping this down. So basically that's what you are, putting an investment towards. You're putting an investment towards the way we're going to be operating across the board, and how all this money is just going to be moving around. You know what I'm saying? If that makes any sense. and it's going to be used for wire transfers, instant payments, cross-border payments, right? And many countries are switching their payments to this system, this ISO20022 system, because it's faster. It's clearly faster. So, and then, you know, with the system is these tokens that are associated with, you know, like XRP, XLM, XDC, IOTA, Algorand, HBAR, Quant, right? Stronghold, SHX. So it would be in your best interest to pay attention to how the entire global financial system is moving in this direction and how you can take part in it.
Exactly. So yeah, so it's the best way to get it. The best way to put it is the way D just did, but I'll add to it. Basically how this ties into digital assets is it creates the messaging rails that digital assets and tokenized money and CBDCs will run on. So that's why some people in the space that's very technical that I be talking about, the technical assholes, will say that there is no such thing as ISO 222 compliant coins. But ISO is creating a messaging rail that these digital assets will run off of, and they can utilize certain assets. So I know a lot of times people forget that like XRP is like a first body member, or I guess one of the test nets that they use when this whole messaging system started becoming a thing. So just ISO 222 is the language, digital assets is the money, blockchain is the rails. So banks and payment systems are the operators. So yeah. So we'll get into this article we got right here. So what cross-border CFOs can expect from ISO 222 migration on November 22nd. So it is a major shift in messaging standards. So this is a huge opportunity. As I tell y'all all the time, you're literally having the opportunity to invest in the infrastructure of the global financial system. That is the opportunity you have here. So it's a major shift in messaging standard. So on November 22nd, 2025, Swift's old MT messaging standard will be retired. From then on, cross-border payments will use ISO 222 exclusively. So this isn't just a superficial change. It's changing the language that payment systems use to communicate. So richer, more structured data via XML. So short-term friction is expected. So because not all participants are equally ready, there could be operational pain early on. Some banks or corporations may struggle. They may struggle to parse the richer ISO messages, especially legacy systems. So organizations will likely face a duality period. Some counterparties are fully ISO native. Others are mapping ISO data onto older MT systems, which can lead to data loss or misinterpretation. So according to payments, which is that we got this from, ISO 222 unlocks a number of strategic advantages. So these are the strategic advantages of ISO 222. That's why so many people are excited about it. So treasury or cash management. So better data, improves automation, matching invoices to payments, and cash flow forecasting. FX risk and forecasting. So consistent purpose codes and payer or beneficiary metadata help with exposure analysis. Then trade integration. So payments can tie more cleanly into trade workflows because of the richer structured fields. And then compliance. So with more structured data, sanction screening, AML, and fraud detection become more precise, less reliance on fuzzy text matching equals fewer false positives. All that that fraud management about to have a lot of y'all in jail.
Shout out to Kurt. He said we broke this shit down for the people 3 years ago.
Yeah, I know you did, brother. So unfortunately, some people be mad late to the party. You know them people that come mad late, they get there the last 20, 30 minutes. So but better to be late than have missed the whole party though. So trade integration. So payments can tie more cleanly into trade workflows. So that's like PO, shipment, custom. So because of the richer structured fields, compliance. So with more structured data, sanction screening, AML, and fraud detection become more precise. So less reliance on fuzzy text matching. So that's fewer false positives. Oh, my bad. I already went over that. But yeah, the success depends not just on IT, but on strong alignment across banks, corporations, and operations, compliance, and treasury teams. So there will be more visible exceptions early on. So teams needs to clear escalation paths. So for companies with multiple or shared services, internal alignment is crucial. So ERP teams, treasury, compliance, and operations all need to coordinate. So in the short term, basically the first 90 days, the focus will be on operational stability, managing exceptions, ensuring payments go through, and building trust with partners. So long term, leverage enrich payment data to drive automation, improve forecasting, deepen trade finance integration, and streamline compliance. So that is why it's getting talked about a lot because it changes everything. If Kurt, you can come up. Maybe Kurt feel like giving y'all a little razzle dazzle real quick. I don't know if he busy. I don't know if he can come up and kind of add to this, but I know he done broke it down multiple times. So
whole lot.
I don't know. A whole lot, y'all. So I don't know. I don't know if he in the mood.
I told my cousin to get into crypto. He said he was interested and he went go.
He ain't gonna be go soon. Not now, but in the comments, just checking out. Okay. All right. So yeah, y'all. It's a big day. It's a big day. So this is a big plumbing moment in global finance. It's not sexy, but it is foundational. But there is a serious long-term upside. So CFOs and treasurers should treat ISO20022 migration as a strategic inflection point, not just a system upgrade. Again, I'm gonna say that again so y'all can hear that. They said that CFOs and treasurers should treat ISO20022 migration as a strategic inflection point, not just a systems upgrade. So this is beyond a systems upgrade.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the winners will be the ones who not only survive the switch, but use the richer data to future-proof their cross-border operations. In other words, y'all better ask that financial institution that's holding your money if they on board with this ISO 222 messaging system, if they updated their systems, because if not, you might want to get your money out their institution. Fast. So you might want to make sure they're compliant and they got this much needed because it's bigger than the update, but made sure they updated their systems so that they can still communicate with the other banks. It's just a messaging system, so they have to be able to communicate. So if you're not on that system, they can't communicate with you, which means you can't transact. It's a pretty big deal.
Kinda, because if they can't,
I want to make sure they on board.
They can't move around. What's the point of them being active?
Kurt said if you want to be great, listen to D and Ash.
Listen, it's just a goat. It's just a goat. It's just a goat.
Yep.
It's just a goat.
So,
goat. Shout out to the goat, Kurt, fam. Shout out to the goat, Kurt. Who gave people like us confirmation years ago.
Absolutely. So yeah, that's what's going on tomorrow. So all that moon boy, we're going, think you're gonna wake up to $1 million. But this is a big deal.
The jokers was tripping, fam. The jokers was tripping. Was you pumping it? What did you saying? Ass, you wasn't saying we was
going to $1 million. No. I was talking about I was confused about it was the what is it called?
What?
The regulations.
Oh yeah.
And how all of that was, I'm like, how are we finna have this and we ain't even got regulations? But a good friend of mine reminded me that XRP already compliant. They don't need the Clarity Act. So this kind of looks like a rise from the phoenix for me, because that means if we have a liquidity crisis, but we have no Clarity Act, but we have an asset that already is compliant and has clarity, then this looks like a rise to the Phoenix moment. But hey, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out.
We'll see.
Shout out to some. We got some day ones. We got some day ones in here. Shout out to the day ones. Bam. From 3 years ago. Sheesh.
Yep. So do I think in 3 months crypto will start to go back up? I say buckle up. I say hang on tight and just enjoy the show.
Yeah, just get as much popcorn as you possibly can, fam. That's it. Get as much popcorn and snacks as you possibly can. Don't eat too much, but yeah.
Yeah, 3 years did go by fast as hell. So yeah, I think that was pretty much everything we wanted to go over for this evening live, y'all. That was pretty much it. We didn't have too much more to go over. I just kind of wanted to talk about the ISO because I know that was a big day for tomorrow that goes live. So we wanted to make sure we talked about it, set proper expectations, and yeah, it is a big day for banking though. So don't it's an inflection point. It's bigger than an update. You know what I'm saying? So this is the beginning. This is the beginning.
Shout out to Crypto King Damon. I came from y'all first Telegram. Yep.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yep. The red hoodie was the beginning of my financial journey. Damn. Over there on YouTube, Google the 1988 Economist magazine front cover. You'll see XRP and XLM. Yep. Go watch I gotta go watch that movie Sneakers. What is that? About them jokers. It's a movie that came out back in like 93 or 94 or something like that. It's about them jokers like hacking the Federal Reserve and XRPs and that shit too.
It's called Sneakers?
Yeah, Sneakers.
It's on, what you say it's on again? HBO Max?
It's on Peacock.
Peacock? Oh, I got Peacock.
I think it's on Peacock, yeah.
Yeah, somebody said a lot of people that hate XRP still got a bag of it though. No, for sure.
They was like hacking into the air traffic control shit. They was hacking into the Federal Reserve. Oh man.
Check that out. I'm gonna check that out. Yeah. But why is there no positive impact on prices for these utility or ISO20022 coins? Lord have mercy. Because guys, the utility tokens is technology. So until the technology is being used, you won't see the price go up. You are not invested in securities. So therefore prices won't go up based off some news. Okay, the price goes up based off the use of the technology. I hope that helps. I hope that helps. Okay, so stop looking at prices and keep up with what's going on. Keep up with the update, because the more you know, then the more likely you are to keep your investment. But a lot of y'all are so fixated on price that you forget that you gotta keep up with what's going on. This is a process. You gotta remember they are updating the entire, or whatever you want to call it. I'll use the word update just for conversation. They are updating the entire global financial system. So this isn't no overnight get rich quick scheme, guys.
Oh,
sorry that they fed you that bullshit.
Kurt said you can come up.
Bet. I knew he couldn't help himself. I'll let Kurt break it down. Kurt, what it do? Yeah, I figured you was gonna come up.
Yeah, I was just checking comments and see some people had some questions. I figured I could add a little clarity or help if I could.
Hey, yeah. Hey, have your way, brother. Have your way.
Hey, man. I was just a couple of comments that you were responding to, and somebody was asking about, why is the price not going up? And I wanted to just help clarify that, because right now with these ETF issuers, issuing ETFs, that requires them to buy the XRP. The problem with that is these issuers are going to buy from the OTC desk and dark pools first.
Okay.
That's why the price is not reflecting that, because the OTC and the dark pools are not on the exchanges. When you go on the exchanges, you affect the order books, then the price starts to reflect. So once the OTC desks are drained, then it forces the issuers to then go to the secondary market. That's when you will see price appreciate.
Okay.
So I put it on my IG post, and I was trying to get people to think, because critical thinking, sometimes it can be difficult. So and I was trying to get people just to understand, like we won't, and we're talking about simple math. So think about this from this perspective. If you know the ETF issuers, they have to accumulate XRP because it has to back the value of the ETF net inflows. Like it has to back those ETFs, 1-to-1, which is cool. Doesn't it make sense, Ash and D? If I force the market down, that's going to decrease the price of XRP.
Right.
Which is great for the issuers, which is great for the ETF issuers. They have to accumulate it, because now when the price drops, that means you have to buy more of it to equate to the value needed to back your ETFs. Meaning, if you have a limited supply and the price goes lower, that will require the ETF issuers to buy more of the said asset, which is going to deplete the supply faster.
There we go.
Got people catching my drift?
Yes.
If force the price down lower,
they can get
with
more.
The ETF issuers coming on, they can buy more because the price, going to make simple math, like Ash said. If the price is lower, it's going to require you to buy more of the said asset to buy it.
Somebody said there's plenty of supply.
Like math.
Somebody said there's plenty of supply, Kurt.
There's not plenty of supply. There's only 3 billion left to trade.
Say it again.
1 billion on the OTC desk. There's only about 3 billion available to be traded. This is why it's very, people got to understand the difference between total supply, circulating supply, and available supply. Just because you see 60 billion in circulation does not mean 60 billion is available for you to buy on the secondary markets. That's already accounted for.
That's already accounted for.
3 billion. Listen, this is the beautiful thing about just having insider information and information that many people are not aware of. Just because you don't believe me doesn't make me wrong.
Ooh, heavy on that one.
So, that's just, it is what it is. So if there's only about 3 billion available and the ETF issuers have to buy it because they have to back their ETF, well, if that demand is going to be extremely high and they can't buy it anymore, the price has to reflect that. This is basic supply demand. That's why, you have to, like I said before, once you have an understanding, then it makes everything else flow easier. But people don't really understand what's actually available on the market to buy. They see coin market cap and they see 60 billion is circulating, but they assume that means there's 60 billion available to buy. That is not true at all. Institutions, exchanges, they have bags and wallets just like you. They have wallets for transactions. They have wallets to set aside for run up, and they have wallets that they can sell. There's only about 3 billion available to be traded. That's what's going to force the supply shock. But the OTC desks and the dark pools get drained first. That's why the price is not moving. Now, guess what we got coming on? You talked about the messaging standard going live tomorrow, which, that's going to be good because that's going to set the stage for institutions to be able to use digital assets later on. But then Monday, guess what happens? We got, 21 Grayscale or 21 shares ETF going live? I think Franklin going live.
Oh,
so
yeah.
In my opinion, they're using these ETFs, these ETF issuers to drain the supply faster. So then during liquidity situation, what potentially happens when BlackRock throws their name in the hat? This price gonna get the dancing. So when you understand what's coming, your delivery and your posture different.
Listen, somebody just
why-
said it. HTX Prime understands simple math, Kurt. He said 3 billion XRP left to spread across 17 ETFs. Man, that supply about to be gone.
Hello.
Hey,
Hello.
somebody gets it. So I'm glad.
See, he gets it. I'm glad. You know what? Shout out to him. I'm glad he gets it because this is hard. If you have only this is. I'm glad he said that because I'm gonna expound on it. If you have these institutions that have to buy it, even if you do the math and do like the average daily inflow for each one of these institutions, and you do that across these institutions that are going to have it. Do people realize what Bitwise did today? And we're in a down market.
Kurt, was I not talking about that yesterday? Which asset was it I was talking about? Because I said, bro, go ahead, Kurt. I'm sorry, we're on the same page. Oh my God.
Nah, because it's like people need to hear this because there's too much flim flam out here.
Right.
There's too much flim flam out here from people that don't know what they're talking about. They're gonna have people in a tough situation because there's gonna be a lot of people come after Thanksgiving and Christmas, like I said, looking at their favorite guru and be like, damn, how didn't you know that? You had 1 million followers.
Millions of them.
Got millions of people.
Millions of people, fam.
Oh my God, gang.
So when you, like you said, the guy that mentioned that, I didn't catch his name, but shout out to him for bringing that because he's dead on. When you have that much buying pressure on a limited supply, it can't do nothing but go up. It's just I know people are impatient because the ETS went live, but the price is not reflecting. But that's why I came with the understanding to let people know there's OTC and dark pools available. That's how institutions have been able to accumulate these assets in these big dips without affecting the price because they can buy it using algorithms. And they spread it out. That way it doesn't affect the price. So if you have an institution that wants to buy 100 million worth of XRP, they won't buy it all at one time. They'll split it up and maybe do 20 million one week, 20 million the next week, 20 million the next week. That way it doesn't affect the price. That's how you stay in stealth mode.
Yeah.
I'm trying to give people some education.
So it's just oh man.
So, but you have to. But a lot of people they don't get that. They don't get that understanding. So that's why they can, they can say the things that they say. It's just lack of information, lack of understanding. So, but when you understand and you see how things are, you're like, oh, it makes sense for them to force the price down because now it's the same amount of money. It's going to require them to buy more XRP. And now you got a situation where the OTC. Go ahead.
No, you got people asking about the escrow because somebody said what's in escrow is already allocated 1,700 NDAs. Why is Ripple raising $1 billion about XRP?
Yeah, the XRP. I'm a firm believer that the XRP in escrow is already allocated too. But I've also believed too after things change over that escrow will go to the right hands at the right time. See, I don't think people really understand that escrow is how they exercise monetary authority to control the price. Ripple has been acting like the Fed for the last 5 years. They're using XRP. I'm trying to put the dots I'm trying to connect the dots for people. Ripple is the Fed 2.0. They're using XRP to exercise monetary authority. That's why they're using it to control the price. Every first of the month, they unlock $1 billion, they put back 700 million, and they let 300 million go to sell to institutions or whatever. But here's what I want people to think about. After the supply runs out on the OTC desk, and after the supply gets bought up on the secondary market, now Ripple has that escrow, or whoever is going to control it, they can control how high the price goes by just not releasing any XRP. And if I'm the company Ripple that got 4 billion XRP on my balance sheet, I'm incentivized not to release any of fucking XRP because that's gonna make that's going to make my evaluation go up, which is going to make my potential IPO value go up. Hello.
That's why they're gonna IPO last.
But you know, but yeah, and we ain't going in the going public. We ain't going to talk about that. That's a whole nother conversation.
We'll save that one for a different day. We'll save that one for a different day.
Yeah, but getting back to like you know, just understanding, you know, once the OTC and the dark pools are drained, and then they have to go to the secondary market, like you said, with the issuers having to buy it. And we haven't even heard the real big name institutions like BlackRock, like Vanguard, like State Street. They haven't even submitted their ETF. So based off the institutions that are lined up, if you do some conservative math, and if there's only 3 billion available, then what I'm really trying to say is I wouldn't be surprised if the secondary market is drained by January.
That's very soon, Kurt.
But it's not far-fetched when you think about the institutions that have to buy this and the limited supply that's available for them to buy on the secondary market.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
like it's not far-fetched. It's not far-fetched at all to see, and this is never mind. I'm gonna say that. But it doesn't. It makes sense why it would behoove people to try to get as much as they can while it's still available. Because there's a high chance that it may not be available come first quarter, because just with the simple math that we showed, these institutions are going to buy it and they will never sell it to you. They is going to back their financial products like the ETFs that they're doing.
And they're going to force you into ETF. Yeah. And the people that missed it will be forced into ETFs. Yep.
That'll be the only way you get exposure to this, the bearer instrument, is through an ETF product. But most people in crypto that are not in crypto, traditional investors, that's all they care about anyway, because they don't understand crypto. Remember, majority of the world is still crypto, still risky. So that's where they want people. They want people to stay in that lane and only invest into traditional products. That's what they're going to do. They're going to create a pancake so they can sell them, so the traditional investors can buy the pancake. They will never get, after it's gone, if you ain't got it, you ain't got it. The institutions are never going to sell it to you. They'll sell you a derivative of it.
Right.
They'll sell you an ETF. They'll sell you something where you can get exposure to it. But you're not gonna get this XRP unless you know someone that's just gonna send something to your wallet.
Exactly.
Like, here, I love you.
Somebody asked a good question. Is there a date they have to buy the XRP ETFs? Based off what I've seen, they usually have up to 2 to 5 days based off volatility and liquidity to buy the XRP that's to back their ETF product. So it's anywhere from 2 to 5 days. So it's not like a long-winded time where they can just
so that's why January. Yeah, so that's why January is not far-fetched.
I didn't say January just because I was just pulling it out my ass.
Ooh, because it's people. That's why I said some of these influencers. No, we ain't saying it's a guarantee, but I just think some people talking.
But I'm just giving the time frame.
Oh, okay. I just think people throwing shots a little too early. At certain people who made certain price predictions, and I think people just they're a little too early trying to.
Listen, I'm still standing on mine. I said
we're gonna stand on business over here
by July. That's the problem. People have those people that have an understanding. You have those people that don't. But here's what I tell people that don't understand how fast things can go in a real fast time. See, a lot of people weren't here in 2017 when XRP went from 71 cents to $3.80 in 3 weeks.
Fast. Just kept going up.
See, I was here.
Yeah, I wasn't.
Yeah, I seen
I was graduating.
So it's okay. It's cool. But but do you here's what's interesting. The reason why it did that because it was a supply shock because they escrowed half of the XRP.
Oh, okay.
Now look where we're at. Now we're about to experience another supply shock the other way. So the supply shock from 2017 to 2018 was they escrowed and took half the supply off the market. That's why it ran up to them prices real fast. Now we're going to see a situation where the ETF demand in utility is going to create this supply shock that's going to push this thing 3 digits by the end of the year. And people are going to be looking like, how did this happen? By ignoring the people that tried to help you for free. That's how it happened.
Mm-hmm. And they just got all this information about this asset for the free ski on this live.
I mean, listen.
He just gave it to y'all for free.
Y'all been giving hella value. I just add a little sprinkle, just provide a little clarity when I can, you know. But hey, I don't know nothing, so we'll see what happens.
Hey, listen, this is Get It While Supplies Last. Hey, I like the comment I just read where somebody said, y'all better be buying this dip. Everyone wants low prices until we get low prices. Exactly. Everybody panicking now. All of a sudden they scared.
I want to go back down. I want to go back down. Shout out to Daily Griff and Regal Rose over there on for the super chats over there on YouTube.
For sure. What you say, Kurt?
I say, you know how it go, Ash. Price of everything but value. People know the price of everything and the value of nothing.
No, the price of everything and the value of nothing. That's a fact. That's a fact. Yeah, too many people. I think somebody said this on YouTube earlier. Too many people pay attention to the price and not the production. Yeah. People keep watching the price instead of production. There we go. People keep watching the price instead of production. That's some real shit. Shout out to who said on YouTube.
I tell you what's interesting. You know, it's been a whole lot of Bitcoin maxis that was beating their chest the last 4 months. It is real quiet right now. I think a good position for the Bitcoin maxis is to go take some longs out on Kleenex, because I think they're gonna need a whole lot of tissue for what's getting ready to happen.
Yep, they gonna need it. I will provide some. I will mail some out to some of y'all. Y'all definitely need some. And then y'all folks that sold XRP, y'all gonna need some tissue too. Y'all gonna need some tissue, and we're gonna send some tissue out to
just y'all. A little bit.
You know, for those that can think for themselves and have eyes to see and ears to hear, here's what I'll say, because I can't tell you what you should or shouldn't do. But when you see Bitcoin whales that have over $1 billion worth of Bitcoin and they're selling, you should stop and ask yourself, why are they selling? So that's the first number one. Number two, you should ask yourself, why did Michael Saylor put himself in a raft getting off of the Titanic? That's number two. Then number three. See, these are all just questions you just asked just to get an answer. That was number one, number two, number three. And then you ask yourself, if this thing is a store of value, why has it lost 30, 40% in the last 2 or 3 months? That's number three. Okay. Then you ask yourself, number four. These are all questions you just need to ask just for common sense things. So number four, if it is considered digital gold, then why has the BIS not labeled it a tier 1 asset like gold? That's what's marketed. These are simple. These are simple questions.
Those are some good questions. Those are some valid questions, fam. Very, very.
These are valid questions. I'm just asking a question. If it's digital gold, like they say it's been, then why has the BIS determines what's tier 1 status. Tier 1 is money. Tier 1 is gold. So if it is digital gold and it's considered money, then why have they not labeled it a tier 1 asset and it's been 17 years? And number five, after that right there, if it is what people say it is, and I'm not saying it is or isn't, I'm just asking a simple question. Why did Christine Lagarde, who is the head of the European Central Bank, former IMF managing director, why did she come out publicly and said the central banks would never have Bitcoin as a reserve because it's volatile? I just want people
and she said it, and the way her tone was when she said it, it was just like, y'all can't be serious. Like,
no, it was.
The way her tone was like, that's how she was talking.
This is not a Bitcoin hate. This is, you need clarity on what you're investing
in. Man.
Oh, for somebody said, wow, in 2017, XRP rose down 173 in 3 weeks. They said, no way. Here, let me give you this right here. Because, see, I was around in 2017. And go look this up. I mean, it's okay to have reasonable doubt. I get it. So that's why I'm here to provide you receipts. Go look at December 27th, 2017, and you will see the XRP price was 71.72 cents. And then you'll see 3.5 weeks later, it hit $3.80.
Yeah.
Somebody said the hosts don't be laughing. These are valid questions. What are y'all talking about? I agree. What are you talking about? I'm laughing because it's a valid question, and people and the Bitcoin maxis is just out here like it ain't valid.
These are valid questions that a lot of, and there's nothing wrong with being a maxi. But if you have trouble answering those questions, then what are you investing in?
Oh, man.
Ooh.
Oh, and then somebody said, and then the Epstein link, that guy is allegedly linked to the MT. You know what? That's the crazy thing too, isn't it interesting just how all this stuff is coming out? Because I remember seeing an article over a year ago where it was allegedly that he participated in the funding of that project that converted the utility from a peer-to-peer payment system to a store of value. Maybe they did that because they know it was not a good solution for settling payments and they needed something else so people can buy into it. Yeah, a store of value narrative sounds good. Let's run with that.
Man, goat talk. Goat talk.
What is T good?
She said T good.
T good.
Oh man.
What is these jokers talking about?
Good. Just wanted to provide some information so people can just think. That's all. Just want to provide some information so people can just think. That's all. But it's all good. But I appreciate y'all bringing me up here. Just wanted to answer some questions. Give some questions. Give people something to think about, and do your own due diligence. I'm not telling you what you should or shouldn't do. Ash not telling you what you should or shouldn't do.
Nope.
D not telling you what you should or shouldn't do. This is all just providing information so you can make an informed decision. So I appreciate y'all bringing me up.
Hey, thank you, Kurt.
Thank you.
All right, enjoy your time. All right, my brother.
Peace.
Great weekend.
Peace. Oh,
for sure.
Oh, God.
Man. Hey, who else? Like, who was it asking for him earlier? Robert, I hope you. There you go, Robert. So your prayer was answered. God is good. So yeah, y'all, that's good for right now. I think we may be on later. We'll see what's going on. But man, listen, y'all, take advantage of this fire sale. Kurt just did a great breakdown for you. If you missed it, you need to go on YouTube and watch it. You know what I'm saying? We just talked about the supply shock, and he broke that down about how 3 billion ain't enough to spread across 17 ETFs. He talked about how the supply shock is the reason how in 2017 the XRP price went from 71 cents to over $3. My internet going. Internet going down. Okay. 17. We went from 71 cents to over $3 in just 3 weeks. And that was due because because of a supply shock, because they had put up half of the supply. So listen, I hope that breakdown helped a lot of y'all. I hope that encouraged y'all. Because I know with the market being down, it could be a Debbie Downer. The negativity can start to get to you. You start looking at your bags like, oh my God, what's going on? What's taking so long? But just listen, y'all. Just be patient. I'm telling you. Just be patient. Take advantage of the sale. For those that want to get into the intro to DeFi class, that class is available. The intro to crypto class we're doing on Sunday. Yeah. All that stuff's available. The link for that's in the bio. Make sure y'all tap into the classes. Some of y'all, a lot of y'all asked for that intro to DeFi class. Y'all said y'all wanted another live intro to DeFi class. All right, well the link is available for that, and
Yep.
we asked y'all if y'all wanted an intro to crypto class. The link for that is available as well. So make sure y'all hop in those classes. The intro to DeFi class is going to be on the 30th at 6 p.m. Eastern. The intro to crypto class is going to be this Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern. So make sure y'all tap in with both of those classes. Go ahead and get your seat. Because I think we're gonna limit them spots. I think that's what we're gonna do. I think we're gonna limit them spots. You gotta go ahead and get y'all seat. I don't know how I'm gonna feel, but I think we're gonna limit them spots a little bit.
For which class? For which class?
DeFi and crypto, both of them.
So for the intro to crypto class, we're going from A to Z. We're going from A to Z. So anybody that missed out on information or can't piece this shit together, we're gonna go from A to Z, and you'll get a recording of the class. And if you get the DeFi class, you're gonna get a month free in the Patreon.
Yeah, that's the other thing with the DeFi class. So everybody that signs up for that intro to DeFi class, you get a month free in the Telegram as well.
Yep. So
yeah, so for those that are
Black Grand National, fuck being rational, give them what they ask for.
it's not enough.
You gonna get the copyright? Need a copyright? Need a copyright?
I had to say it's not enough. It's not enough.
Yeah. So yeah, if you get to that intro to DeFi class, that's just a gift. You get 1 month free in the Patreon for those that get in that DeFi class. But other than that, yeah, we'll see y'all tomorrow. We'll be going live over the weekend. But yeah, appreciate y'all. See y'all later.